Hey, it's Chad here. Sitting here on January 1st, 2020. Kind of getting things ready for the new year, trying to get organized and looking things over. And just kind of wanted to do a check in and a little look back at 2019 and kind of what we're planning for 2020. It was a really interesting farm year. The weather didn't cooperate with us very well. Normally, when we say that, that means we're in a drought, but this year we had 3 years worth of rain. So we lost more things than we've ever lost, but it was also really exciting in some ways. We sold more things than we've ever sold. We encountered some new and interesting problems with chickens, some new predators that we've never dealt with before. Some new, like we're progressing. We're trying to solve novel problems. But it was just kind of a back and forth year. Like we'd have some wins and then we'd have some big losses. So we're trying to kind of regroup and organize and get ready going into 2020. Um, some things we're excited about. We're not excited about the OSU OKC Farmers Market closing, but we're really excited about the opportunity to work with Scissortail in Oklahoma City in the coming year and the creation of that new market. I'm hopeful with that good things will come out of that, and that it'll be really productive moving forward. That'll be starting in April, and that'll be our primary market location where you can find us. Obviously, you can always find our stuff on our website, and we're really excited to be adding shipping to that. So we'll be shipping all of our soap and all of our frozen stuff very soon. That's something we've put a lot of work into here at the end of 2019, and we're really excited about that going forward. We shipped a trial order the other day with some chicken. It went really well. We're going to be rolling that out soon for everybody in a 1 day area. That gives us all of Oklahoma and a little bit of some surrounding states to work with. So that'll be coming out to you guys real soon. Um, some things that we did not do very well in 2019. I do taxes through tax season. I managed to stay pretty organized, but through that time through April. But that's also our slower time of the year on the farm. After tax season, that did not hold, and as you can see, my office in the background here. I'm sitting in organized chaos trying to put everything back together that should have been took care of all year, and I just did not do a good job of staying on top of that. I got overwhelmed by the things that needed to be done, and so the office work, the actual running of the business, was the thing that got put on the back burner. I don't think that's super unusual. I think that's something a lot of business owners struggle with. That's something that I'm really trying to make a priority going into 2020. Last year, I used a planner made by Brendan Burchard. They only have 2 months at a time, so I was switching back and forth. I did not stick with keeping things written down, taking good notes. One way I'm trying to fix that going forward is I have a new planner from Ink and Volt that I'm excited to try out. It's got some really good like goal setting and tracking stuff in it, but most importantly, it's got a whole year in one planner. So I'm not switching notebooks around. I've got one book that'll be with me all year. I'm going to try to use that to hopefully stay a little more organized. The goal is all year to have the all of our books and everything reconciled and completely caught up at least once a week. Um, that way, nothing ever piles up where it just feels overwhelming. It's always at a manageable size, and I want to make those kind of things, that and running the website, all this administrative stuff, a priority to make sure that I'm staying on top of working on my business and not just getting bogged down on the day-to-day things in my business. Kind of wanting to go off the principle of like that's stuff we'll find a way to get done. The the cultivating, the planting, like we find a way to get those things done when we have to. So, but the things that we don't do that with are really the most important things, that actual running the business, but it gets pushed to a back burner because it seems like, oh, it can happen later. We want to really work on making that a priority in 2020. And for me personally, like I did a really good job paying attention and being intentional with what I ate and taking care of myself through the end of tax season while I was spending most of my time doing desk work. Um, I had a really good routines because my day was more scheduled. Once I got out of that, that stuff kind of fell to the wayside. I'm wanting to really focus on keeping that going through the whole year. I want to be mindful of myself and my stress level and things this year. So I'm trying to make myself do like 10 minutes of intentional, like just stop and like breathing type meditation every day to kind of focus on kind of keeping myself grounded and uh, like what my body's doing and to try to not let stress control me, because when I start doing that, when I get caught up in all the things that we're trying to do, then that's when I don't pay attention to what I eat, and then I don't feel good, and everything kind of just spirals from there. So for me personally, that's one of the big things I'm wanting to try to take care of this year. But that's kind of a look at what we're looking at going into 2020. I want to do a better job of like documenting things that are going on. That's a big goal this year. So hopefully I see more of you on here. Just to try to be real and honest with what it's like to build and run a business and how that works with our family and trying to have a good family dynamic in that process. It's different when you all work together. Like it's not just coming home to each other at the end of the day. We work together all day. We have extra opportunities to get under each other's skin, and we also have extra opportunities to overwork ourselves and not intentionally just spend time together doing something other than work. So I want to try to document us figuring those things out and just let you see kind of what it's like to run a business. So that's kind of a little look back and look forward. And I hope you all are setting ambitious goals to go for in 2020. And I want to see you all accomplish them too. So first things first, I'm going to work on digging myself out of this paperwork mess. I'll see you guys on the other side.